had the where's the Norris lineup? Hello and welcome to this EMC softball third place game between the Blair Bears and the Norris Titans. Yep. This will be, interestingly enough, the fourth time that the Bears have squared off against the Titans. I believe the Bears are 2-1 currently against the Titans.
2-1 this year.
Yep. And so for the Titans, they will be up to bat first here in the top of the first. In the circle for the Bears is Tatum Macklin. And so I'm joined by Sean Munger. Game number 3 for him. Threw him right in the deep end the first day.
Veteran now.
That's right. I was going to say. That first pitch is in there for a strike. And so up to bat is Reese Behrens. She's a senior left-hander.
Strike 2 on the outside corner. That was a tough pitch to hit. Great pitch by Tatum. Get ahead 0-2.
No doubt. And I think that's one thing that Blair's going to have to get back into is the habit of getting out and ahead because, boy, against Tinkman in that last game, it was the opposite.
She was consistently ahead 0-2, 1-2. And it was a tough day, tough game for Blair hitters.
No doubt. And let me ask, you are a coach. When it comes to things like this, I'd have to imagine psychologically it's a heck of a lot better to finish this tournament 2-1 versus going 1-2.
100%. I mean, this is a big game for the Bears. Not only psychologically, but going into the postseason. I mean, I believe the way the districts are set up, you want to be a top 7 team going into districts, so you host a district. So all these games matter.
Yeah, no doubt. Standings and conference, just a lot of pride on the line here.
There is, and Norris, being a conference rival, consistently a powerhouse in the EMC, it's a big game, and it's one you want to go get. And even the game that the Bears lost to Norris this year, they were winning, and Norris came back to beat them. So it's time to go get one. Put them away.
No doubt. And the count's now 2-1. Yeah, the games that these two have played have always been nail biters and high scoring affairs. That one's popped up and caught there by Claire Anderson for out number 2. And so that will bring up number 16, Myra Carlo. She is the catcher for the Titans. That one's inside for a ball. And so, Sean, I think we can safely report that the Huskers either have won or are going to win, right?
52-7 in the fourth quarter. Gave up the shutout. Not sure how.
That one's in there for a strike. So the count's now 1-1.
Not sure if this is the same guy we had behind the plate as we did last time, but pretty generous on the outside corner, it seems, to start the game.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. If that's the same umpire, it's hard to tell. That one's hit sharply up the middle, and that'll go into center field for a single. That one was a high chopper that got past the outstretched arm of McLean. That's a tough play.
That's a 3-hopper up the middle, and the hop that McLean got was not an ideal one, and she didn't have much of a choice on how she could go attack that ball, and it ate her up pretty good. And even if she makes that play and fields that ball, I think she's safe at first base either way.
I think so too. It was hit just deep enough where it would have taken a miraculous throw, and I just don't know that you're going to get her in that situation. And so that will bring up number 15, Haley McMurray, the cleanup hitter for the Titans. The count's now 1-1. That one's in there for a strike. Had an immediate throwdown to first. That was dropped. And so the first base, or excuse me, Myra was safe. That one swung on, fouled up, and caught there by Blair for out number 3 in the top half of the first inning. Norris strands one and got one hit, so we will be back in 60 seconds on BSDN Live. And we are back on BSDN Live. Craig Houghton and Sean Munger bringing you this EMC softball tournament game for 3rd and 4th place. Up to bat for the Bears is going to be the number 1, 2, and 3 hitters, Brown, McLean, and O'Neill. To set the lineup, Macklin will be batting cleanup, Larson 5th. That one's hit hard and popped up to the shortstop. And so that'll go as out number 1 for the Blair Bears.
1 pitch, 1 out for Norris, and that's a good start for Norris. And let's see some pitches here, and let's get some base runners. My rule of thumb is when the leadoff hitter of the inning swings at the first pitch, the number 2 hole has to take a pitch.
Oh, okay. That one's hit, and that's going to be fly out to the shortstop as well.
2 pitches, 2 outs.
Yeah. And so, Sean, do your players automatically know that, or do you have to signal that to them?
They should automatically know that.
Okay. All right, that's going to be out number 2. And so that's going to bring up Caitlin O'Neill. Taken all the way right there, so that'll go in. That one's a called strike.
Borderline pitch on the inside corner, but O'Neill's down 0-1.
That one's fouled back. I want to take a moment to thank our amazing sponsors here on BSDN Live. We couldn't bring you this coverage without your support, and would ask our patrons to support who supports us. So thanks again to all of our wonderful sponsors. That one's up high.
You know, being that we played Norris now, this will be the 4th game. I'm sure we've seen this pitcher in the past, and I haven't had a chance to look up and see.
That one's popped up to 3rd. Just go ahead and finish your thought, Sean.
I haven't had a chance to look up and see if we have and how we fared against her.
I'm not sure either, but that will end the bottom of the 1st. Excuse me. Score tied 0-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds on BSDN Live. And we are back here on BSDN Live. Craig Houghton and Sean Munger calling today's third place game in the EMC tournament. On the mound for the Bears is Tatum Macklin. Up to bat for Norris is number 12, Leah Ozenbaugh. First pitch was in there for a strike. Second pitch was a ball. So the count's now 1-1.
A good spot there by Macklin. Painted the outside corner for strike 2.
All right, so the count's now 1-2. That one's up high for a ball.
Their defense is pretty much straight up all the way around. The outfield's straight up and playing a little deep.
That one got away from Macklin. Counts now 3-2. Well, need a good pitch here, Sean.
We need to get the leadoff hitter here. We don't no freebies.
Completely agree. That one's fouled back and out of play. Or no, caught there by Claire Anderson. So that'll be a out number 1.
That was a break there for the Bears. I think that was ball 4. She swung at it.
And so that's going to bring up the right fielder, Keelan Yelkin.
I'll tell you, if Tatum can live there on the outside corner, she's going to have a good day.
That first pitch is in there for a strike. That one's in there for a ball. Counts now 1-1. And want to also just take a moment to say thank you to Kelly Johnson from Blair Radio for allowing us to use the equipment and to broadcast these games live. We got several compliments from a lot of visiting fans about how awesome the support and to have the equipment and the technology that we do.
I thought they were complimenting your color guy, how good looking he was sitting next to you.
Well, several of them did say that you have a face for radio.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, there you go. All right, that one was hit hard to the shortstop who caught it. So nice job there by Caitlin O'Neill. I think my wife told me I've got a face for radio as well. So, but that's going to bring up the number 7 batter, Ava Schmutt. Yeah, the last game that I called, Sean, was 11-10 when Norris came back and beat us in Blair.
Oh, I could see why you wanted some help now.
Yeah,
that was a tough one.
That was a long night.
Yeah,
Remember, that was like that was almost like a 3-hour game.
Yeah.
It took absolute forever.
Good thing we didn't have to drive back to Norris afterwards.
Woo.
From Norris.
Yeah, that had to be a really late night because it was a late starting game.
It was late getting home for us in Blair even.
Went 3 hours, and then imagine a 2-hour drive home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Counts now 1-2. 2 outs. Top of the second inning. That one's hit hard, but slices out of left field.
Took a little bit off that pitch. Got her out front. Maybe changed the way she's going to approach here. And let's throw a good pitch here and get in the dugout and go hit.
That one swung on and missed for strike 3. So that'll go down as a strikeout for Ava Schmutt. And that will be out number 3 for the Norris Titans. We'll be back in 60 seconds on BSDN Live. We are back here on BSDN Live. Craig Houghton and Sean Munger bringing you this EMC softball tournament third place game. Up for the Bears will be Macklin, Larson, and Munger as we start this bottom of the second inning. That first one's in there for a ball. Reese Behrens is in the circle for the Titans. That one's hit sharply out to left, but right at the left fielder who catches it. And so that'll go down as out number 1.
Seems like these Blair hitters are in a little bit of funk here. Tatum hit the ball hard right at the left fielder. We need some of these balls to start falling in, get out of this little funk we've been in for the last game here.
That first one's in there for a ball. Yeah, I agree. It's amazing how much a game of momentum this is.
It is. I mean, it's a game of momentum, a game of breaks. And
that one's hit hard. Oh, hey, almost right on cue, Sean. Nice job.
There we go.
So sharp hit there by Munger. And it caromed off of the second baseman's elbow or upper arm, if you will. And it'll go for a single. We'll be generous and we'll give her a single there.
Call that a hit? I mean, that ball was hit hard.
Yeah. Now we've got Munger up to bat. See if she can continue the success that she had in the last couple games. She's the designated player today. Claire Anderson is playing third base and is the flex player. There's a quick throw down just to let Larson know that, hey, they're not going to just give her second base.
They're watching her over there.
Counts 1-1 to Munger. Ooh, inside. That one caught the inside corner. Didn't look like a strike to me, Sean, but.
There's a pitch on the inside corner that must have caught some of the plate. Either way, tip or cap to the pitcher. They're getting ahead 1-2.
Yep. That one's up high.
Larson at first base is a threat to run.
Without a doubt. Counts now 2-2.
2-2.
Oh, look at that. That one's gonna carry him off of the pitcher's leg. Bit of, hey, what did we just talk about? Breaks?
I tell you, you put the ball in play and make them get you out, good things can happen.
Okay, so that is going to put Bears on first and second. 1 out. Reagan Blatter up to bat. That one's fouled back. We'll see if the Bears can't score first here in the bottom of the second.
That first run very important, and if we can scratch one across here, kind of maybe break out of the scoring funk that we've been in the last 6-7 innings.
That one swung on and missed there by Blatter. Counts 0-2. So now if you're Blatter, you got to protect here. That one's high and outside.
As a hitter with a 2-strike account, runners on, you just want to get the bat on the ball. You just want to put the ball in play after, especially a couple errors that Doris has made. And make them field the ball. Make them get you out.
Right. Yeah, both of them have made contact. Both last hit that the Bears have hit the Norris players somewhere. That
more pitches you see as a hitter, and more times you foul them off, the more confidence you get, and chance of success goes up. More pitches you see in that bat.
That makes sense. Counts now still 1-2 to the right-hander. That one's popped straight up and is caught by the catcher for out number 2. And that's going to bring up the catcher, J.C. Sheath. Let's see if J.C. can't connect on one. And the wind is blowing out today, out to right field. See if J.C. can't do some damage right here. That pitch was inside.
Seems like Norris's pitchers throwing inside quite a bit, and I think that's going to come back and haunt her as this game goes on because these Blair hitters can turn on that pitch pretty well.
That one's fouled back, or fouled down the right field line, excuse me. In there for a strike. And does the directive ever come from the coach to actually take one?
Absolutely.
Right? 'Cause
Absolutely.
I mean, hey, doesn't matter how you get on base, just get on base.
The game's about base runners and timely hitting.
That one's a ball as well. Counts now 2-1.
JC's ahead in the count here.
That one's hit hard, but gonna slice foul, darn it. The way the ball exploded off the bat, I think that one could have been gone if it was in play.
She hit that ball hard, and it was definitely off the barrel.
That one's high.
Full count, 2 outs here. We're going to have base runners are going to be moving on the pitch. So a base hit to the outfield should score a run.
No doubt. Let's see if JC can come through in the clutch here. That one's fouled back and almost to us. So we'll stay at a full count. And really, Sean, we've been pretty lucky. I know it's hot out. But we've been very fortunate that we've been under the shade all day.
I can't complain about that at all.
No.
Got a little breeze blowing.
I was going to say.
Doesn't feel like it's 90.
No, it really doesn't, especially in the shade.
Yeah.
Still, I'd say there's a 15 to 20 mile an hour wind, wouldn't you?
It's blowing pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. That
Great
one's,
at bat there
yeah,
by Sheath.
nice job there by Sheath to walk. And so that will load the bases full of Bears.
Emmy Hall in the season's having a really good year. She's hitting above 300, and she's a great RBI hitter.
Boy, now a walk is equally as important as a hit, right? Especially with no open bases.
Yeah, 1-0 in the count's a great spot to be. That ball is on the outside corner. Definitely a pitch you don't want to go get with no strikes.
That one's hit. Oh, look at that. There's going to be an error on the second baseman who fielded it. And it looks like she's protesting that she was interfered with by the runner. And
Second baseman saying that the runner cheat going from first to second, a hitter going from first to second. But coaches didn't come out and the umpires aren't saying anything. So either way,
that's going to go down as
for Blair.
I was going to say that's just an error, I think. Because it didn't look like it clipped the Blair runner, did it?
Well, that's what the second baseman was trying to say, that it hit the runner, and that's why she didn't make the play. But
you just got to field it and make the play.
Neither umpires called it, and the coach didn't come out of the dugout. So a great opportunity here for Blair.
Look at that. They're just right on cue. There's Lainey Brown with the hit. And she's going to score Munger. So nice job to extend the lead right there by the Blair Bears and keep these bases loaded. So we're having a hit parade right here.
I'll tell you what, when you give the Bears more than 3 outs in an inning, they're going to make you pay for it.
All right. So now's up to bat is Mia McLean. There's a hit. And that looks like, is that going to drop? It is going to drop. And here comes in Emmy Hall to score. And so that's going to be a two RBI hit there by McLean. And she scoots off to second. So now the score is 4-0. The Bears are up over Norris with runners on second and third. And that's going to prompt a visit from the Norris coach.
You know, talking about this game versus the previous game against Hastings, put the ball in play and you make them get you out, good things happen. And that ball was not hit hard, but it just fell in the right spot. And look at that. It was a base hit, 2 RBIs. I mean, you could look back at this inning and say that Norris has given us 6 outs in this inning. And Bears are really taking advantage of the extra outs.
No doubt. And the interesting part here is they had 1 go off the pitcher's leg, 2 miscues by the second baseman, right? And we've been on the other side of that in the past, and it's frustrating, but that's just softball, right?
And now you got your 3-hole hitter at the plate with runners on second and third and a chance to break it open even more.
And the miraculous part is this is all done with 2 outs.
All with 2 outs.
That one's in there for a strike. That one's outside.
Boy, the catcher framed that ball like it was close, and that ball was a foot outside. It was.
She was trying to sell, is what you're telling me.
She was trying to sell that one as a strike.
That one's hit to the third baseman, who throws over to first in time, and that'll be out number 3 here in the bottom of the second, but not before Blair scores 4 to take a 4-0 lead over the Norris Titans. We'll be back in 60 seconds on BSDN Live. And we are back here on BSDN Live. Craig Houghton and Sean Munger bringing you this third place game live from Hastings. So we are now entering the top of the third. And so that will bring up Kenzie Seabrandt for the Titans. This will be her. She's the number 8 batter. We'll have 8, 9, and 1 up to bat here in the third inning. That first one's a ball.
8-9-1 for the Titans, and after you score a bunch in the half inning previously, you always want to go out and throw strikes and shut them down the next half inning.
That one's in there for a strike. Counts now 1-1. Yeah, you know they'd love nothing more than to reclaim what they lost, right?
Don't let them get any momentum back here, and keep it all on your side.
That one's a bouncer. Ball will be ball 2.
You know, at this point of the game, you got the 8-hole hitter up leading off the third inning, up 4 runs.
That one's hit deep to Caitlin O'Neill, who throws it, and it gets away from Reagan Blatter. And she throws over to second, and it's not in time. And it looks like that might have clipped the Norris runner there.
It might have hit her on the way to second base. What I was going to say before, as that pitch was going, at this point you want to throw strikes and make them earn it, make them put it in play, and that's what Tatum did. And, man, Caitlin almost made that play, and Reagan laid out to try to make that play at first base and went off the tip of her glove and Titan base runner up at second base. But the situation doesn't change here. You're 9-hole hitter at the plate. You're up 4. You just put on 4 runs. Make them earn it.
Right.
Throw some strikes here. Let's get some outs and make some plays.
And it would have taken a miraculous throw and catch to get her out in that situation.
It would have. It would have. It was a ball in the hole, and 3/4 of the play was made.
Yeah. That one was swung on and missed for a strike. That one's hit off to Reagan Blatter, the first baseman, who fields it cleanly and gets the out. Marley Pavelka was who that was. She moved the runner over to third, and that's going to bring us back to the pitcher, Reese Behrens.
As a hitter in that situation, your job is to move the runner from second to third, and that's what she did. But as a Bear defense, you'll take that out.
That one's hit hard, and that one's going to be a home run for Reese Behrens, the pitcher. And as they say, she just helped her own cause, and she went deep. So that'll be a two-run home run for Reese Behrens, and that will give Norris they just cut the deficit in half, so that it's now 4-2 Bears. And this is kind of how all these games go.
You know, these are all really good teams playing in this tournament, and that ball off the bat, it got up in the air, and that ball carried with the wind, and I could still see it out in center field. It's a good 20 feet past the fence.
Yeah, that didn't just make it over by a little bit, made it by a lot. And that's a hit up the middle and a great throw and a great play there by Caitlin O'Neill. Because you know what? That 9 times out of 10, that might be a single.
I tell you what, after giving up a 2-run home run and then that ball hit up the middle like that, Caitlin making that play is a lot bigger than a lot of people think. I mean, that out was huge, and that was not an easy play to make, and she made it look easy.
Right. And that's going to bring up the catcher, the first baseman, Myra Carlo. 2 outs here in the top of the third. And I kind of like, Sean, that we are the home team here in this game. In the first, Myra had a single. That one's hit hard up the middle, and that's going to be another single for Carlo. So she's 2 for 2 on the day.
2 for 2 with 2 almost identical balls. I think that ball went off Macklin's glove on the way to center field.
I think you're right, and they say it's a game of inches, and it proved to be true right there.
In the first inning, she was left on base and didn't even get to second. Let's see if that can happen again with 2 outs.
Yep. This is going to bring up, let's see, Haley McMurray, number 15. She's the shortstop. That first one's in there for a ball. That one's a called strike. Counts now 1-1, 2 outs here in the top of the third. Blair leading 4-2. That one's hit hard, but right to the left fielder, Emmy Hall, who brings it in. And that will be the end of the top of the third. We now go to the bottom of the third. Blair leading 4-2. We'll be back in 60 seconds on BSDN Live. And we are back on BSDN Live. Up to bat for the Bears will be Tatum Macklin, London Larson, and the designated player Taylor Munger in this at bat, or this bottom of the third inning.
Macklin led off the second inning, hit the ball hard to left field.
And that one's hit sharply down the left field line. That's going to be a stand-up double for Macklin.
First pitch hits the ball hard right down the left field line. Good start to the inning by Macklin.
No doubt. That's the way you like to start. And so we're going to see a designated runner, Hannah Houghton, come in this spot and run for Macklin. So good piece of coaching there by Coach Fangmeyer, especially in a day like today where it's hot.
It's hot, and your pitcher's getting a lot of work on the mound. And
right.
anytime you can give her an extra breather would be great. And I tell you, you're gaining a lot with having Houghton on second base in this situation too. Larson's job is to get her to third base, and she's going to do it here.
Yep. Nice piece of hitting and base running there, where London did her job to get the ball in play. Hannah did a nice job waiting to see the throw come over, and then did a nice job advancing to third.
Fantastic base running there. Now she's in a great spot. Less than 2 outs, runner on third.
Ooh. Look, boy, those inside ones are just tough to see from up here.
It is. We're kind of a goofy angle, sitting just to the right side of the plate. But Norris's defense, the middle infield is going to give them the run. If you hit a ground ball.
Oh, that's a strike 2 call. Now Taylor's in an 0-2 hole. Hey, but that's nothing for her.
Yeah, a 2-strike hitter is, the goal is to not strike out here and put the ball in play.
And that one's hit high and to the second baseman. And you know what? That just wasn't hit deep enough to have Houghton go to try and score there. So that's going to go as out number 2.
This is a big run at third base, and Bears definitely want to try to get her across the plate, get some momentum back after Norris put up 2 in the top of the third.
No doubt. This is Reagan Blatter up to bat. That first one's in there for a ball. Yeah, you'd sure like to add to some insurance runs right here if you could.
Let's get some momentum back here, yeah, absolutely.
That one's fouled off. Counts now 1-1, 2 outs. That one's high and outside. Boy, I was thinking that might have gotten away from the catcher, but she did a nice job holding on to that and preventing the run.
Reagan got back ahead in the count here, 2-1. It's a good time to hit right here as a hitter.
That one's hit high and hauled in by the shortstop for out number 3. The Bears go down without scoring any runs, so the score will remain 4-2. We'll be back in 60 seconds on BSDN Live. And we are back here on BSDN Live. This is Craig Houghton and Sean Munger. That was number 12 for the Norris Titans, Leah Ozenbaugh, who flew out to right field. So nice catch there by London Larson.
1 pitch, 1 out there for the Bears. That's a good way to start the inning.
Yeah, we'll take that. And so that's going to bring up Keelan Yelkin.
Real generous outside corner here, and that's something to take advantage of here throughout the game.
You like that when you're on defense, not so much when you're up to bat, right? That one's popped up to the second baseman, who catches it for out number 2.
Boy, as a pitcher here, you're taking the quick inning, go right at them.
Boy, you love that. So that's going to bring up Ava Schmutt. She struck out in her last at bat. That one's a ball. And especially on a hot day, if you can get in and out. That one's popped up and out of play for a strike. And so, Sean, if I remember right, your junior Legion team had a pretty good season this past summer, correct?
They did. I would say it was a very successful season. Ended up going to the state tournament in Gering.
Okay.
The 7-hour drive there was.
Oh boy.
The worst part about it, but ended up going 1 and 2 out there and finished the year very well.
That one's a ball. Counts now 3-1. Will a lot of those players be back, or will some of them be moving on to the senior Legion team?
I would think most of the players on that team are going to play senior Legion next year.
Will they?
But I know that the incoming freshman class has got a lot of talent, and there's a lot of numbers. So time will tell.
Sure. Full count here. That one's hit hard to the shortstop. Fields it, throws it over in time, and that'll go for out number 3 here in the top of the 4th. To the bottom of the 4th we go. Blair leading 4-2 here on BSDN Live. And we are back here on BSDN Live. Craig Houghton and Sean Munger bringing you the third place game here in this EMC tournament. And we've got a change on the mound for Norris. So that's going to, the new pitcher is going to be Embry Bedner, the junior right-handed pitcher for Norris. She's going to battle J.C. Sheath, Emmy Hall, and then see the top of the lineup for the Bears. Sheath had a strong bat in her last time up. She ended up walking.
That was one of the key at-bats that inning was JC's walk. I mean, I think she saw 8 or 9 pitches that at-bat.
I completely agree, and she's now ahead in the count, 2-0. No outs.
coach is going to give a take sign, this might be it.
That one's in there for a strike. Counts now 1-2, or 2-1, excuse me, to the senior catcher. The windup in the pitch. That one's inside, and, you know, it's easier said than done. But that one she probably could have taken. And
she might have been able to.
Yeah, for sure.
She might have been able to.
Hey, and like I said, that's easy for me to say.
Hey, it's easy to say from sitting up here.
Yeah. But counts now 3-1.
Ooh.
That one's up high for a walk. So the second walk of the day for Sheath. That's going to bring up Emmy Hall. And we're going to see a courtesy runner. I believe that's Taya Templer, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Into run for Sheath.
This would be a bunt situation for the Bears.
I think so too, right?
Emmy's one of the best bunters on the team. She's able to beat one out if she lays a good one down. In a previous game, she laid one down for a hit, and she just bunted it too hard at the first baseman.
That one's fouled back. So apparently Coach Fangmeyer agrees with your line of thinking, Sean.
Yeah, I telepathically might have seen what she was doing.
Hey, were you reading her signs?
I might have been.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But so apparently was Norris. So they're kind of expecting it as well, it looks like. Yep. That one's fouled back as well. So the count's now 0-2 and kind of takes the bunt off the table. Have you ever seen somebody try to bunt?
Oh, yeah,
with
sure.
two strikes, really?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's not out of the table at all. I mean, you work on bunting so much at practice, and
sure,
you know, if you got a good bunter at the plate, it's not out of the question.
So maybe I need to stop saying it takes it off the table. Maybe they'll surprise us one of these days.
98% of the time, it takes it off the table.
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah, you have to have a lot of confidence in somebody's ability to get one down.
How important is that run at first base? A lot of things going to play there.
Right. The windup in the pitch. That one's low for a ball. Counts now 1-2, no outs. Runner on first.
Being that Bettner's up in the count, she might throw one in the dirt here. Might be able to sneak Templer to second base.
That's a ball. Counts now 2-2. And so is the Nebraska game final now, Sean?
It's final. 50-something to 7, I believe, is the final.
I was listening to the broadcast on the way down, or the pregame, I guess. That one's hit sharply to right. Oh, and it's dropped. So that's going to go in as a hit. And and Templer stopped at second. The ball was overthrown. She may have been able to take third. But nonetheless, Emmy Hall gets aboard. What would you call that?
I'd call that a hit. It was a great approach at the plate. I mean, especially getting down 0-2, trying to foul a couple bunts off. And, boy, even better on that play was Templer's base running. She could have easily got lost on that play and got thrown out at second base on that ball that was dropped by the right fielder.
Yeah, she kind of had to check up because she wasn't sure if the ball was going to be caught. But nice piece of base running there. So that one's in there for a ball high. And so now you've got your best hitter.
So we're here first and second, nobody out. And we're in another bunt situation, but you got your best hitter at the plate.
Yeah,
I kind of agree with letting her hit here.
Absolutely, let her swing away. That one's in there for a strike. Yeah, have you ever heard or seen somebody bat over 500, Sean, for a season?
It's very rare.
I was going to say, I don't know that you see that very often.
No.
That one swung on and missed. And there's still a lot of games to play, so let's hope she can keep that hot hand throughout the rest of the season. But I'd have to imagine she's having one of the best seasons Blair High School has ever seen.
She's pretty hot at the stick, and I don't want to jinx her, but I'll tell you what, with 2 strikes, ground ball to first baseman there is doing your job.
Yep, so in that situation, Laney grounded out to the first baseman. And so now you've got runners on first and third. One out. And that brings up Mia McLean. Let's see if she can't put something through to the outfield, because I think that'd score 2 runs right here. That one's low, and it looks like that one might even hit the umpire.
I think the umpire did Norris a favor there.
I think he did, because I think it hit off of his left foot and stopped the ball short of going back to the backstop. Nonetheless, that'll be a ball. The count's now 1-0. That one swung on and fouled. And, you certainly like your chances coming up, with your 1, 2, and 3 batters.
Absolutely.
No outs.
Absolutely. Your 8-9 got on base, and your leadoff hitter did her job and got the runners moved over, and you're in a great spot to score a couple runs here.
That one's low and outside for a ball. Counts now 2-1. So, Sean, tell me, have you enjoyed calling these games?
It's a different perspective. I really enjoy sitting in the outfield kind of by myself, watch the game from out there. It's a different perspective sitting here, and it's a way different perspective talking. But it changes the game up a little bit.
It definitely makes you pay close attention, doesn't it?
It does.
Yep. That one's inside, and that'll load the bases for the Bears.
Norris's fans are a little hot on that last ball force pitch, but throughout the game, that inside corner has not been there. It's the outside corner that he's been generous on.
Right, and it looked like there was even some questions from the Norris bench to the home plate umpire. That one's in there for a strike.
That's a great pitch to start the at-bat there by Bettner. Just hit her spot, got ahead 0-1.
The windup in the pitch, that one swung on and missed there by O'Neill.
That's a pitch that O'Neill wishes she had back. Her eyes got really big as that one was coming in.
Yep, counts now 0-2 to the number 3 hitter. Bednar gets the sign. The windup and the pitch. That one's hit, but foul down the first base line.
Infield is playing in, Craig, so they're gonna ground ball. They're wanting to go 4 here. And boy, I like our base runner at third base. She's getting good leads and good jumps over there.
That one's popped up. And that's going to be an easy out for Norris, and that's going to be out number 2 for the Bears, excuse me.
Well, we don't want to do this 2 innings in a row and get base runners in scoring position with less than 2 outs and leave them there.
Right.
We need a big timely hit here by Macklin.
Absolutely. See if she can't help her own cause right here.
She's consistently throwing that first pitch inside corner, and credit to Bettner for hitting her spot and getting ahead in the hitters.
And if you're the Blair Bears, what do you do with that?
You either sit on it and look for it, or you just let it go like they've been doing.
That one's hit hard but foul down the first base line, and Macklin finds herself in an 0-2 hole in what started out as a promising inning. Let's see if the Bears can't get something across the plate here. Or get some runs across the plate, excuse me.
Yeah, big hit here is what we need to give them a lot of momentum if they get out of this.
That one's fouled back and out of play. So to set the stage, we're in the bottom of the 4th. Blair's leading 4-2. 2 outs. 0-2 count against Macklin. That one's a called strike 3. And so that'll be out number 3. And we are through 4 here in Hastings. We will be back in 60 seconds on BSDN Live. And we are back here on BSDN Live. The top of the fifth, up for the Titans. I think
8-9-1.
8-9-1, but yeah, so this would be Kenzie Seabrant. Thanks for the assist there, partner.
She singled. She hit the ball in the 5-6 hole, and she put the bat on the ball her last at bat with 2 strikes, and found a good spot and found a way to get on base.
Counts now 0-2.
Macklin did get ahead of her this at bat too.
That one's fouled back. No, but this upcoming week is homecoming week. Interestingly enough, Blair has Norris coming to town next Friday for the homecoming football game. And by my understanding, Norris is the #1 rated team in the state.
I know they're a good football team, and
yeah.
They surprised a lot of people, and they beat Scott by as much as they did week 1.
Right, and I have no idea how they've done since, but I'm going to assume that they're undefeated. So the Bears will have a tall task next Friday.
That they will.
Counts now 1-2. That one swung on and hit out to right center. Larson fields it, throws to second. And boy, that was close. But in that case, Kenzie Seabrant was in for a stand-up double.
Another 2-out hit for the Titan third baseman. 2 strike hits.
Yeah, she got a single the last time I show. And this is going to bring up the number 9 hitter, Marley Pavelka.
Bunt situation here.
It's going to say for sure. That one swung on to the third baseman, Anderson, with the good job of fielding it, throwing over to get the out. And so that'll go as a fielder's choice, ground out, or just a ground out, I guess. But for out number 1.
I believe this is a new hitter, Craig. This is the pitcher spot.
That's right, and I can't see a number. So is that number 2?
Which would be the starting pitcher.
Yeah, Reese Barron. So she's batting with a runner in scoring position. That first one's in there for a ball.
Bears infield is playing back. They will give up the run for an out here.
And how does, I guess, who makes that determination?
The coach.
Okay.
Coach would.
Well, they have different positions or different things that kind of where to position or they want their players to be.
They'll communicate with their infielders on what they want them to do in certain situations. In this case, outs are precious. Up by 2 runs, tying runs at the plate, you'll give up an out or you'll take an out for that run.
That one's in the dirt. Counts now 3-1. That one's up high for a ball.
That's not necessarily a bad deal there. That Reese is the one that hit the home run to center field. That's still out in center field. You would still see it out there.
That's right.
Long right now, you got first and third with 1 out.
Yep, and that's going to bring up Liv Mackey. The Bears have 1 out here in the top of the 5th. And this day has gone by quickly, Sean. Here we are in our 3rd game. That one's in there for a strike. Counts now 1-0, or 0-1, excuse me. This, and you know what, Sean? This feels kind of like a club tournament where you're used to playing back to back all day. That one's outside for a ball. And my daughter Hannah is a senior, excuse me. And thank you. She is going to play one. Oh, that one's hit up the middle. for a single, and that will score one. And so nice piece of hitting there by Liv Mackey to push Norris one run closer to tying up this ball game. Now we're going to see an infield huddle by Coach Fangmeyer at a critical point in this game. Norris will have runners on first and second with one out here in the top of the fifth inning.
I'll tell you, this is a big point in the game here. Norris has got the heart of their lineup up with runners on and one out. Feels like if you get through this without giving up another run, you're kind of on the home stretch. But it's a tall task to ask getting through the middle of this Norris lineup.
No doubt. And this is going to be up to bat. If I remember right, this will be the number 3 batter, Myra Carlo.
She's 2 for 2 with 2 singles up the middle.
That first one's in there for a strike. That one's up high for a ball. Counts now 1-1. That one's fouled off and out of play. Counts now 1-2. And Sean, I'm not sure. Do you know what the Bears' upcoming softball schedule looks like this upcoming week? That one's up high. Counts now 2-2.
I don't.
Ooh, that one's just off the outside corner. So that's going to fill up the frame, as they say.
Tuesday they're at home against Elkhorn. Boy, this is a hitter you want to get. It's one of their best hitters in the lineup.
Oh, got her looking.
Great pitch there by Macklin.
Yep, that'll be out number 2. And that's, by my count, that's strikeout number 2. This is going to bring up Haley McMurray, number 15. That one's up high.
She's 0 for 2 on the day with a pop out to first and a fly out to left. She has hit the ball hard in her last at-bat.
That one's a ball. Counts now 2-0.
Again, even though you're behind in the count here, you don't want to give in and throw one down the middle.
That one's up high. Now it's 3-0.
Macklin's got her work cut out for her here.
I throw this one. Is she going to be, you think she's taking it all the way?
If I was her, I wouldn't be. Boy, that outside corner's a big part of the plate, and I'd stay there.
Counts now 3-1. Bears clinging to a 4-3 lead. That one's hammered down the left field line and out of play.
Great job by Macklin here getting back in the count.
Yep.
3-2, 2 outs. The runners are going to be moving on the pitch.
It's a big spot right here. Big pitch. The windup in the pitch. That one's outside. And so now the bases are loaded. Full of Titans here. Still 2 outs. That's going to bring up that's going to bring up number is it number 12?
Number 12.
Leah Ozenbaugh. There we go.
0 for 2 on the day. A pop out to third and a fly out to right field.
And that one's hit to the second baseman, who makes the grab. Nice job there by Mia McLean to get out of the inning. So the Bears do give up 1, but still cling to a 4-3 lead here on BSDN Live. And we are back here on BSDN Live in this third place game between the Blair Bears and the Norris Titans. Up to bat in this bottom of the fifth inning will be London Larson, Taylor Munger, and Reagan Blatter. The Bears still clinging to a 4-3 lead. This one's bunted, foul by Larson. Counts now 0-1.
Now, even though she bunted that ball foul, if you look at Norris's defense and how it shifted, it just opened a lot of holes in that defense for her to punch one through.
That one's inside, but goes as a ball. So my son, Henry, used to play baseball with London's brother, Landry. Yeah, Landry. And Landry had a deal with his older brothers that if he ever got out of the way of the pitch, that they were going to tease him mercilessly. So he always took it. He never got out of the way.
It's a good trait to have.
Yeah, for sure. So
I'll tell you look at that hit by London up the middle, and the way the defense shifted after she attempted her bunt attempt might have just gave her that hit there, because the shortstop shifted over towards third, and the second baseman shifted over towards first and left that middle open, and that's where she looped it in at.
Yep, that's going to bring up Munger. Oh, and she took one off the leg.
I don't think she had much of a choice there.
No, that one was coming in hot. Ouch.
Did a great job pulling the bat back in that situation.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of people, what they'll try to do is they'll try to put the bat in front of the ball so they don't get hit.
Yeah, and that looked like that caught her right mid quad. So she probably ought to get a hall pass from not having to do chores this weekend.
No, I think she'll have plenty of chores to do this week. It'll be just fine.
All right, so now we got Reagan Blatter up. She's going to try and bunt. Oh, and pops it up and is out. And Sean, I don't know the physics of bunting as well as you probably do, but you know, when you try to bunt, obviously you want it to go down to get in play. What happens when it pops up like that?
Where does the hitter go wrong? Is that what you're asking? It's pitch selection has a lot to do with that.
Is that what it is?
You know, you still want to bunt strikes, but you know, bunting the top half of the ball is what a hitter's looking to do, and batting and putting it down third or first.
Right. Okay.
Because at this level, pitch selection is a big part of bunting.
Yeah, and it looked like that one might have been a ball.
I think it was.
Yeah, because you think about trying to catch something up top. Mm-hmm. That's tough. And you're trying. It's a ball high, but yet you're trying to get it to go down. And so on we go. Up to bat is J.C. Sheath with one out here in the bottom of the fifth. J.C. finds herself in an 0-2 hole. That one swung on and missed, so that'll be strikeout. That'll be a strikeout for Sheath.
This inning feels a lot like deja vu. We had runners on with no outs, and they haven't moved since. We need a timely hit here to get things moving.
No doubt, especially as how close these games have been with Norris. You know that they're going to come up fired in that next half inning. That one's hit hard out to right field, and that's going to make it all the way to the wall. Nice job there by Hall. And here comes, wow, nice piece of base running there by Munger. She made it all the way from first to home, and that one was hit it was kind of a flare out to right field. It got over the right fielder's glove and made it all the way to the wall, and 2 runs scored right there. So nice job there by Emmy Hall.
You know, that ball was definitely hit harder than the right fielder thought it was. And, you know, we talk about timely hitting, and there you go. Finally, we got one there, and that was a big hit.
And that brings up to bat your best hitter in Lainey Brown, who's had kind of a quiet game here in this game.
Boy, on a pitch like that, you just kind of tip your hat to the pitcher and move on to the next pitch. I mean, that was a inside corner fastball, first strike.
Down 0-2. 2 outs. And boy, you'd sure love that insurance run right here if you could get it.
Yeah, Brown's down 0-2 in the count, but she's definitely a good enough hitter to still do some damage with 2 strikes. There's that outside corner again.
Wow. And that's going to go down as a strikeout and out number 3 to end the 5th inning. We will be back in 60 seconds on BSDN Live. And we are back here in the 3rd place game of this EMC softball tournament. Blair versus Norris for the 4th time in the matter of, I think, a week and a half probably.
Yeah, it's a short amount of time.
Yeah, for sure. These teams have got to be sick of seeing each other. But we find ourselves Blair leading 6-3. We do have a pitching change for Blair. Now up in the circle for the Bears is Abby Leggett.
Boy, he doesn't like that pitch up at all.
No doubt.
That looked like a pretty good pitch right there.
Counts now 2-0. That one's in there for a strike. Nice pitch there by Leggett.
Way to come back at her. You got your 6th hole leading off the 6th inning for the Titans, and definitely don't want to give her any freebies. That 2-0 pitch was a good one.
Counts now 2-1. That one's chop foul. Counts now 2-2. And so, what do you think? These girls feeling this heat or the exhaustion?
So. I don't think so. I think they're conditioned to play these kind of games, and all summer long they do this quite a bit.
That one swung on and missed. That one was Keelan Yelkin, who did Leggett a favor there by swinging at that one. That appeared to be a ball. And so that'll go as out number 1 here in the top of the 6th. That's going to bring up Ava Schmutt,
That's a
the
big
number
out for the
7
Bears
hitter.
there to get the leadoff hitter.
Outside corner, look at that strike.
Again, we don't know how much time's left in the game here, but top of the 6th inning, there's a chance that you get 3 outs here and win this game.
No doubt. Ooh, that one's inside.
Leggett's definitely having command with her pitches. She's hitting her spots really well, in and out.
That one's fouled off. And I think she did us a favor there swinging at that one, too. That sure looked high to me.
Yeah, that was definitely going to be a ball. But when you're throwing pitches and you're changing your speeds and you're changing your spin and there's a lot of movement on the ball, it's hard for hitters.
Counts now 1-2. That one's outside. Nice job fielding that one stopping that one by J.C. Sheath.
She moved her feet well, got around that ball.
Counts now 2-2. That one's up high. Counts now full, 3-2. And boy, you'd love to get this number 7 hitter out here if you could.
Yeah, if she's going to get on base, you're going to want her to earn it.
That one's fouled back. Full count here to Ava Schmutt. That one's just low, so that's going to be a walk.
That pitch just missed. Could have gone either way.
Yeah, and if you're like we always talk about, just throw strikes, especially to your 7, 8, and 9 batters.
Yeah, you don't want any free passes here. You know, as Norris, they down 3. They got to have at least 2 guys on base to have a shot at tying the game. So keep them off the base, make them earn it.
Right, that first one's in there for a ball. That one's in there for a strike.
Titan third baseman Cade, her first at bat, grounded out to short. Apologize, she's 2 for 2 on the day. Single and a double. 2 runs scored also.
Counts now 2-1. That one's up high. Counts 3-1.
Big spot in the game here, big pitch.
That one's hit hard, but right to Lainey Brown in center.
Now this defense behind Leggett on the mound is second to none, and throwing the ball over the plate and making them put them in play is 9 times out of 10 is the right thing to do in those situations. Let your defense help you out.
Without a doubt. Okay, now up to bat will be Kenzie Siebold, I believe is. Kenzie Seabrant, excuse me. That first pitch is in there for a strike. And so there's 2 outs, runner on first. That one swung on and missed. That definitely was a ball.
Change up by Leggett. It definitely fooled her. And hitter was way out front, way ahead in the count here, 0-2. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th.
Oh, that one's fouled.
Just got a piece of that one.
Fouled off. Boy, those are 2 consecutive pitches that definitely would have been balls, it appeared.
You know, general rule of thumb is you don't throw 3 changeups in a row, but let's see what she does here. Oh, that was tough.
Oh.
That was a great pitch. I'm not sure where that one missed.
The Blair faithful didn't like that one, but nonetheless, it counts now 1-2. That one's popped up, and that's going to drop right in front of the left fielder. And that's unfortunate because that was your number, I believe, your number 8 batter.
Tough break there for the Bears. Way out front. Good pitch. And, again, just put it in play and fell in the right spot. Or the wrong spot in this case.
Yep. And so Coach Fangmeyer is going to come out and pay her infield a visit in this important spot in this game. And just talk things over and kind of help cool the nerves or calm the nerves for everybody.
Yeah, calm everybody down. Make sure everybody's on the same page with this hitter. This hitter did 1 for 2 on the day with a walk. She did strike out, but she also hit the home run over the center field fence. So they're probably talking what they want to do with the hitter, how they want to approach that, and maybe some defensive positioning also.
And I like the fact that it's taking up some time.
Yeah, and that could be a part of it also. But, you know, you're tying runs at the plate.
Yeah, you got to make sure you take care of, keep the first things first.
Yes.
That first one's in there for a strike. Counts now 0-1. The Bears up 6-3 in the top of the 6th. That one's popped up. Boy, look at that. That's a great piece of pitching right there by Leggett. And Norris is out and ready to go because they know that there's not a lot of time left. But
Bottom half of the inning here, that Norris is acting like there's not much time left here.
Right. So we'll go to the bottom of the 6th here on BSDN Live. We'll be back in 60 seconds. And we are back here on BSDN Live, coming to you from the Hastings Softball Complex in this 3rd place game between Norris and Blair. Up to bat is Mia McLean. As we start the 6th inning, that first pitch is in there for a strike.
Mia's 1 for 2 on the day with a single to left and a fly out to the infield, and she does have a walk.
Counts now 1-1. Infield's kind of playing mid-depth here, Sean. They're not quite sure what she's going to do. That one's up high.
Well, as a slap hitter like McLean is, generally speaking, you see the left side of your infield play a little shallower, knowing that they don't have as much time to throw the ball to first base.
Right. That one swung on and missed. Counts now 2-2. Want to take a moment to thank our sponsors here on BSDN Live. Thank you for their ongoing support. That one's outside.
I must have been way outside in order to get that called the ball.
Spoken like a true coach.
Huh.
So, are you one to get after umpires?
No, not at all.
No?
Not at all. Utmost respect.
That one's up high for a ball. You know, I referee basketball, and I've never quite understood getting after an official, especially when you're going to have to deal with that person again in that game or late that day.
A lot of these calls are judgment calls, and balls and strikes being the utmost judgment call. And you're always going to question them, but you can never
Always got to be respectful, I think.
never get on an umpire about balls and strikes.
Yeah. All right, so that will go in for a strike. This is Caitlin O'Neill up to bat. That one's in there for a strike as well.
There's ball game.
That's ball game. So Blair's going to win it 6-3 here on BSDN Live. I want to say thank you to my partner, Sean Munger.
Thanks for having me.
For 3 great games. Blair goes 2-1, finishes 3rd in the tournament. Want to thank you to our sponsors, and we will be back next week on BSDN Live. BSDN Live. Hope you enjoyed this live Blair Bear coverage.
Roll Bears.
Roll Bears.